I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now.
And I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and it's like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Gervonta Davis is known as one of the fiercest boxers today due to his powerful punches, quickness, and accuracy. He patiently waits for the right moments and then strikes with powerful knockouts. His defense, quick footwork, and ability to adjust make him almost unbeatable. With strong confidence and a killer instinct, Tank controls his fights and consistently proves he is the most dangerous in boxing. Teddy Atlas says Gervonta Davis is the most well-rounded fighter in the sport, praising his ability to box, hit hard, and adjust to any opponent. With exceptional power, speed, defense, and fight IQ, Tank has everything needed to dominate boxing.
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love that. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't, and that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Joe Rogan praises Gervonta Davis for his calm and accurate approach in the ring. He notes how Davis doesn't hurry his attacks, instead waiting for the ideal moment to strike. In the beginning rounds, Davis throws fewer punches than many top fighters, concentrating on analyzing his opponent and searching for an opening. Rogan also highlights Davis's nuclear option, his incredible knockout power, which gives him an unrivaled sense of confidence.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and it's like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me, because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician. He's great, Mexican style, but he's also a technician. And that fight was very close before Tank stopped him.
Yeah.
But he has that power that can end it.
But he finds these openings and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient.
Right.
Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he's like at a world champions that are competing today at the highest level. He probably has the lowest punch count in the early rounds.
Yeah.
Because he just wait, but he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can fucking crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence in that.
But the thing is, can you rely on that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because at the end, that Pitbull Cruz fight, it's like that was very close. Pitbull Cruz is a tough guy, Mexican, just staying in the pocket with him. You know what I mean? So it's like a Deontay Wilder thing where it's like you're just waiting on that one punch, but it's like you can't lose every round up to that either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like you don't know whether someone's ever going to be able to figure that out, or whether or not he's just going to keep cracking people.
Yeah.
So it's part of the fun of watching it. I've talked to a lot of like real boxing purists. It's like you can't rely on that style.
Right.
He's got to be busier. When he gets to the best guys, it's not going to work out. Like, well, we'll see.
Mike Tyson has praised Gervonta Tank Davis, saying he's likely the best fighter today. Many see similarities between Davis and Tyson, as both have incredible knockout power, fierce aggression, and a deadly instinct in the ring. Like Tyson, at his peak, Davis strikes fear into his opponents, knowing that a single punch could finish the fight at any time.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog. There's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
There we go.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Roy Jones Jr. believes no one in boxing today can beat Gervonta Davis. He admires Davis's skill to box, land powerful punches, and follow his strategy perfectly. According to Jones, very few fighters today have the full set of abilities that Davis brings to the ring. His rare mix of power, speed, and technique makes him a unique talent who can adjust to any opponent and get the win.
The best ones out there is what they don't know, gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the crew. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the crew, to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do a left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
As you're gonna have some music on that bit, ain't it?
Davis always enters the ring in top physical shape due to his hard work and dedication to training. This commitment helps him maintain a strong pace, keep his power in the later rounds, and stay sharp on defense. His stamina and ability to remain explosive in the later stages of fights make him one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing.
Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. It all depends what fits you. Like, I'll run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside. So I just be in the gym and home. That's it. Like, I don't go nowhere.
Along with his powerful punches, Davis has remarkable speed and agility. His quick footwork lets him maneuver around opponents effortlessly, while his fast hands help him land accurate, powerful combinations.
Frank was on stage, he said, "I'm gonna beat Tank's ass." What's your response to that?
Nah, a lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood with him. He's forward built tough.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, you know, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, you know. It all depends what fits you. Like, I'll run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home.
His ability to burst into action at any time makes him extremely unpredictable, keeping opponents on edge and always second-guessing his next move.
God damn.
Oscar De La Hoya has acknowledged Canelo Alvarez's greatness, but believes Gervonta Davis is now at his peak and on his way to becoming the face of boxing. With his perfect record and rising popularity, Tank has become one of the sport's top stars. De La Hoya predicts Davis will eventually surpass Canelo in both impact and legacy, as he keeps dominating the ring.
2 questions. Who's the face of boxing according to Oscar De La Hoya?
No, look, I mean, Canelo proved filling in 50,000 seats, and you know, he proved that he's the big dog. You know, I mean, Gervonta's right there too. He's like knocking on the door, but it's right there, Gervonta, Canelo, man. But if you take a look at Canelo's last performance, it's like Gervonta's kind of creeping up on him. So, I mean, we have to, you know, speak the truth, man, and say, look, I mean, I think one more fight, I think Gervonta's maybe one more fight away from, like, you know, being the top dog, but it all depends on Canelo, how he looks on his next fight.
And my last question of the day. You mentioned a Gervonta Davis rematch. What would be different in the rematch? I know you said it's going to sell 4 million. I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, and with my expertise, that fight shouldn't take place within.
Some believe Davis is an even better boxer than Terence Crawford. His skill to vary his punches, use different angles, and land strong combinations makes him stand out. Unlike Crawford, who sometimes starts slow, Davis applies pressure when necessary and finishes fights with accuracy. His ability to adjust to any situation makes him the most dangerous boxer in the sport today.
What I like about Tank is that Tank is a better aggressive fighter than Crawford. He has everything Crawford has. He can box a fighter coming after him. He can go after you, and he can just box you. He got all the things Crawford has. He knocks everybody out just like Crawford, except for I think Gervonta's chin is slightly better, and I think Gervonta is aggressive better. And it's funny because when Terrence Crawford goes out there, he's going to beat you athletic. He's going to be like, bam, 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 bam. But there's a certain poise that Gervonta has that I'm like, that is super special. And he has that Floyd Mayweather poise where he can not be doing much, but he's beating you. That poise. I'm like, listen, approaching the fight, Gervonta Tank Davis approaches the fight better than everyone in the world.
Jose Benavidez has praised Davis, calling him a great fighter who trains hard. He even compared Davis to Mike Tyson, highlighting his raw power, tireless work ethic, and ability to scare opponents before the fight even starts.
Gervonta Tank Davis, champion 130, 135. Mario Barrios, the champion 140. You know Mario, San Antonio, tall, 25-0, 17 knockouts. Tank 24-0, 23 knockouts. What do you think?
Man, you know, Tank, man, is a great fighter, man. When he trains, he's an animal. He's fucking beast. He's one of my favorite fighters, too. I will have to go with Tank, man. Like I said, you know, if he has a good preparation, he's a monster. He's a little Mike Tyson, man. He's a beast, you know. If he trains. Now, he doesn't train. He doesn't look like when he fought. Yeah, but, you know, everybody says that. But when he fought Gamboa, he didn't look that good, you know.
You look great against me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that no, that's what I'm saying. You know, when he trains, bro, he looks super, man, he looks super good, you know. But hopefully he takes things serious, and I think he'll look spectacular again.
How's your top 5 pound for pound look like in the boxing right now? Who do you have 1 through 5?
Man, that's gonna be pound for pound. I would say I would put Canelo in there pound for pound. Then I would put Terrence Crawford second. Then I would probably put I don't know, a third, man. It's a little bit hard right there, but I would put Earl Spence in there. It's in between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, so that's 3 right there. I would put maybe 4. I would put Teofimo Lopez, and 5th I don't even know who to put 5th. To be honest,
put Tank, you could put Charlo, you could put your son, you could put.
I would put David pound for pound, number 1.
Benavidez, he's a monster. So tell everybody where to follow you, Jose.
They can follow us at Jose Benavidez Senior, Benavidez Sports, Team Benavidez, and Benavidez 300.
Teddy Atlas has always been outspoken about Davis's greatness, saying he saw star potential in him from the start. Atlas believes Davis's rare mix of skills, intelligence, and knockout power makes him stand out. Showbiz the Adult has also called Davis an all-time great, but noted that he doesn't have the same mindset as Manny Pacquiao. While Tank has unmatched skills and power, he lacks the unyielding hunger and warrior mentality that defined Pacquiao's career.
Here's my problem with Tank. My problem with Tank is I wish he had the Duran mindset. I wish he had a Pacquiao mindset. Like, I wish he wanted to be welterweight champion and wanted to, Pacquiao was 5'5", right? I don't think Pacquiao punched harder than Tank, and Tank is definitely slicker than Pacquiao. I just wish he had that mindset to say, I'm gonna conquer 147, I'm gonna conquer 140, Teofimo Lopez, you're next. If he had that mindset, we're talking about all-time great fighter. I think his abilities is all-time, but I'm saying greatness. I just wish he had that mindset.
Joe Rogan has expressed his admiration for Davis, saying he enjoys watching his fights because of how unique he is. Rogan points out how efficient Davis is with his movements, never wasting energy, which makes him even more effective in the ring.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out. And the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive, and he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
Floyd Mayweather has also praised Davis, calling him Little Pretty Floyd. Mayweather sees Tank as a mirror image of himself, with similar skill, dominance, and the ability to control the ring.
But I must say this, The most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Oscar de la Hoya has described Tank as a beast, highlighting how hard it will be for anyone to defeat him. He specifically pointed out that Lamont Roach, though a skilled fighter, would have a tough time against Davis.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good. Which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
Many fans and analysts think Shocker Stevenson and Vasyl Lomachenko are avoiding a fight with Tank Davis. One of Davis's biggest strengths is his versatility. He can fight well at any range, whether up close or from a distance. His ability to adjust to different styles makes him one of the most unpredictable fighters today. Showbiz the Adult has suggested Davis should move up to the 140 pounds weight class to face tougher opponents. He believes Tank has been criticized for taking easier matchups, and that stepping up would strengthen his legacy.
Saying have a fight, yes, but have it at 140. Fighting anyone at 140 would be more exciting than this fight against Lamont Roach. Nothing against Lamont Roach, but I'm telling you, Gervonta Tank Davis fanboys, not the fans, but the fanboys, you're not going to be able to convince people that Lamont Roach is someone to get excited about versus Tank. It's not going to happen. You're going to try to call people casuals or whatever. But really, people who really knows boxing, they know that Gervonta Tank Davis is too much for Lamont Roach, all right? Now, I was saying go up to 140. Fight who, Showbiz? Fight anybody. Just have a fight at 140. And when you see in hindsight that Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney is now negotiating for their fight, you can understand now why I would say something like that. He has a fight at 140, then he takes on the Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney winner.
Davis's defensive abilities are often underestimated, but they are key to his success. He utilizes a high guard, shoulder roll, and head movement to avoid clean hits, making him a tough target to land punches on.
Just a small, unknown guy who used to sit at the top of the boxing world a few years ago by the name of Floyd Mayweather. What happens in that fight?
Another relationship gone sour there. Gervonta's had a lot to say about his former promoter. You would say Gervonta was a protege of Floyd, and I like that matchup. I like it a lot. Speaking about how what does Gervonta do when he's got somebody in front of him that can be sharp for 12 rounds? Floyd is the definition of he is on point at all times, and he will not get caught with anything crazy, anything unruly in the corner. It's just not going to happen to Floyd Mayweather. And so, with that being said, got Tank by knockout.
Go watch the full episode now.
Shane Mosley has shared his thoughts on the tension between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, comparing it to his own relationship with his son. Mosley mentioned that Mayweather overshadowed Davis's opportunity to shine as his career grew. As Davis's career progressed, his bond with Mayweather became more strained, with public comments and social media posts showing the increasing tension between them.
How you feel about Floyd and Tank beefing online?
I see it a little bit. You know, I like both guys, so it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and you know, Floyd has a big ego where he wants to, you know, be the man on top, and Gervonta trying to get on top, but it seemed like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It's kind of, it kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own, you know, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes. Not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about him. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine.
Davis openly voiced his frustration, accusing Mayweather of trying to control his career instead of truly supporting him. Their fallout was a result of Mayweather's dominant influence and Davis's growing need for independence, as he wanted to take full charge of his own journey in boxing.
He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and, you know, like, had me on the right track, you know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner, having my back, always, you know what I mean? So it's always be love for Floyd Mayweather.